Love
Adam
you, Dave.
Sandler, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Paul.
Good to see you.
Love you, buddy. That was great.
You know, you look great. I can remember when we first met, and you look the same today as you did when we first met.
I'm telling you, I've seen. No. I used to be pretty damn young. I was like 22
You were a kid.
when I was on
I think
the
we
show.
have a picture of you in high school. Now, I didn't meet you in high school,
Yes.
but I think this is a picture from high school, and
Yes.
if there's something that needs to be discussed, you go ahead and discuss it.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at that.
That
Everybody looked like that in high school.
was. I swear to God, I thought I looked good. And my father would always tell me, "You look horrible. Please shave your head." And I'd be like, "What is this guy talking about?"
Yeah.
I look phenomenal. So, David, this is a true story. The reason it's funny is because it's a true story. But okay, so that was in the early '80s, and I'm watching MTV a lot, and all these guys, these cool guys on MTV, have the long straight hair.
Oh yeah.
David Lee Roth, Eddie Van Halen kind of stuff, Rick Springfield. I kind of
down to the belt, really.
yeah. And they look smooth, and I wanted that. My hair was very afro-y. The longer it would get, the crazier Juan Epstein look it would have, So I went to a drugstore, and I saw relaxer. That there's relaxer for your hair. I was like 17, and I bought it, and I was like, the girls will like me with straight hair. I just know it. So I did. I got the relaxer in my hair. I didn't even read it. I was just like, I'll put that in there, and my head just started burning.
Uh-huh.
And I just go, all right, let me get through this burn. It's going to be worth it. And so thank you. I do that. I burn, and I swear to God, my hair when I got done with it, it was like Crystal Gale. Like it was, it was lower. It was touching my backside, and it was very long and straight. And I was like thinking I looked cool. And I went to a high school basketball game to show all the chicks, like, hey, check it out, man. So I get there, and I go in the bleachers, and all these cute girls are there, and I'm like, doing this so hard, swinging it around. Then somebody says, "What the hell happened to your hair?" And I was like, "I combed it."
That's the answer. I just combed it. How long does something like that last?
It did not last long. I swear to God, by the end of the game, because it was a hot gym, it started coming back up.
I always, when we're talking about you, I always remember one time you made kind of an announcement. I felt bad for you.
What?
That for a time, and maybe this is still true, that your wife was under the impression she was married to Ben Stiller.
In the beginning, that's how I got her. I just went along with it, like, yes. She thought I was either that or a Beastie Boy. And I was like, yeah, either one, as long as you like me.
How is the family?
The kids are good. The kids are pretty funny. They watch my movies now.
Mm-hmm. And they're in the movies. They're
always in them. I've been letting them watch themselves in my movies, but now I let them watch my full movies. And like they realize, like, Daddy, takes it pretty serious. So I watch them watch it, and I make sure they're laughing. And I'm like, they have these iPads, and they're just watching my movies, and anytime they laugh, I go, "What was that?" "Well, you did this." I'm like, "Yeah, that was good, right?" And then, but we downloaded other movies, and they like Jim Carrey movies better, and they watch his movies, and I see them just like huge laughs, and I step in the room, and they see the pain I'm feeling. And they're like, it's good, but it's derivative of Buster Keaton, I think. And I'm like, it is. It is. But their favorite movie, unfortunately, is Night at the Museum. And like my wife, they really go bananas for that one. And I walk in, and when they're laughing at that, I mean, I just let them have their fun, but they say things like, "You are really good in this one, Daddy." And I'm like, yeah. And I go... Whatever. I just go with it.
I'm going through a similar thing now.
Yeah, with
my
what?
son is 9 years old.
Yeah.
Aware that I have a television show.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know how he found out. His favorite person on TV, Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, yeah? Oh, he is funny, though. Yeah. He is funny. I love Larry the Cable Guy. Get her done. Does he say get her done to you?
Yeah, he's very fond of Larry.
That's great, man.
Yeah, it is good. So it's just a whole different life
He's the
for
guy
me now.
from the Cars movie. You can't.
Yeah, that's
you can't beat
Yeah,
that.
no, Larry the Cable Guy.
Does he watch this show ever? Has he seen this show
Yes,
ever?
he's seen the show a couple of times.
What's he think? He's all right with it?
He just, oh, look, Grandpa. You know, it's a lot of that.
Grandpa.
But
Yeah.
now, you took the family to Africa. This is a great trip. This is like a
Pretty
life-changing
awesome.
experience.
Went to Africa.
What part of Africa?
South Africa. I did a movie.
What part of Africa is Montenegro? Do you know? Yeah, that guy.
A good-looking couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Africa. I just got back. Here's what happened. I come back to New York like a few days ago with my wife and kids, and I was on a television show, Jesse. Okay, the kid in Grown Ups, who's my son, is on the television show Jesse, which is a big show on Disney Channel, and my kids love it, and every kid in the world loves it. So I did an episode there. That's the beginning of the story. So what happens is I get back from Africa, and Africa's like 6-hour difference. I'm just tired, and my wife and the kids go to a park here in New York, and it's very hot, 95 degrees and all that. So they're running through the sprinklers. My wife's in a bathing suit, the kids are in bathing suit, they're pretending to be badass New Yorkers and all that, you know, trying to get a fire hydrant undone. I'm like, just do this sprinklers thing. Yeah. So anyways, I was on African time, and I said, I'm gonna take a little nap. So I fall asleep on the park bench. And then so I'm sleeping, I think about 15 minutes, and a lady, I feel this shaking on my shoulder. Excuse me. I was like, yes? Were you on Jesse? I said, yeah, I think so. And she said, that show is big, by the way.
Must be.
Every kid likes Jesse. So anyways, I said, yeah, I was there. And she says, yeah, I'm babysitting that kid over there. Will you go say hello? And I go, can I finish my nap?
Sure.
And she goes, yes. And then she's walking away, and I hear her, movie star sleeping on a park bed.
That's not right.
Yeah.
It's not right, I tell you.
Let a man sleep.
It's just not right.
Thank you, David.
Now, were you on safari when you were in Africa?
I did it all. I did it all. My kids said the giraffes in Africa were like more fun than the ones I bought them for the backyard in Canada. They said they were cooler.
Isn't that the way it
taller,
always works? Yeah,
taller,
sure, of course
yeah.
they are. Yeah, not as good as the ones we have at home.
Yeah. No, I did this. I did have an incident, and I sent you guys the thing. This was
Send us the thing. What are you talking about?
I sent you a little thing. I went on. I hung out with some like lions and.
Yeah, you see them from the Jeep and.
No, they let me get out. You go into this one place. You hang out with lions and no tigers. Tigers are in Asia, by the way. I didn't know that.
But now, I know you go someplace they'll let you swim with the dolphins, but I don't think routinely they'll let a guy out of the Jeep to mingle with the lions.
I was on Jesse. Oh. So they were like, whoa. No, but all right.
So
this is a true story. This has really happened. I went there. They were very nice people at this place, and they let me in with a cheetah. It was the owner of.
They let you in with a cheetah.
And said I could feed the cheetah water with my hands. So I did it, and something it went a little bit wrong.
All right, let's take a look. This doesn't sound legal.
That's me in the hat.
Holy moly! Oh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that was it.
Oh man!
But they.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was the cheetah.
Wow! You were remarkably composed.
I played it off real good. What happened was they said you were not supposed to bend down low with the water. That's why you got them.
That's right. Isn't that their responsibility to tell you what not to do in front of a cheetah? You're supposed to know that getting off the plane? My God, what did that woman say? Was it like...
She was cool. She was like, she handled it. She's seen it. That's her best friend, she said, the cheetah, so they were friends. But she sleeps with that cheetah in her bed, I swear to God. But with me, I was very nervous, and yeah. It was fast.
No, that's the kind of thing you'd expect from Jim Carrey. I'm surprised they let you in there.
The only reason, though, I swear to God, I didn't react that to, like, my friends who watched it, they go, man, you were a badass. You played that pretty cool. I had a stiff neck at the time, so when he jumped on me, I was like, oh, my neck. And I slowly stood up, and everyone's like, whoa, you were cool. And I swear to God, when he jumped on me, the thing, all I was going to do was let him eat me. There was not one part of me that was going to fight back. I was like, all right, this is how I'm dying. This is great.
Not a bad way to go, honestly.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Pretty good story.
Yeah, Steve McQueen kind of
We'll
movie.
be right back with Adam Sandler, everybody. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Sandler.
That was great. Quick.
This Grown-Ups 2.
Grown-Ups 2, yeah.
The first one, was it 2 years ago? The first one made, 3 years ago, $300 million. $300 million.
Something like that.
And that's just one. How many movies you made? The 30, 35?
About 60,
like yeah, 60. And so this is the sequel, and the same cast.
Yes.
Yourself.
Yes.
It's David Spade.
Yeah.
It's, help me out here.
Kevin James.
Kevin James, of course, yeah.
Yes. We
And your wife?
Oh, yeah, we have fun. Her and the kids are in the movie, yeah.
No, your movie
Oh,
wife.
Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. How
I
can
got you. I'm sorry. I heard wife. I went, yes, dear. Got nervous immediately.
I understand.
Yes, it's basically the Avengers kind of thing. That's why we did part 2. You know, all these superhero movies keep doing it, you know. Kevin James, to me, is the Incredible Hulk kind of man, you know. He bends down to tie his shoes, the shirt rips, he gets angry. David Spade, Iron Man-like man, powerful, just refuses to ever get married or like anybody but himself. Sorry, David. Love you, David. Chris Rock, basically sure. Thor, you know, with the blonde hair and all that. And me, you know, like my father always called me, Captain Idiot. So.
Now, I don't know anything about movies, but it looks to me like you guys go to a place, some resort on a lake, a beautiful setting, and you just take over, and it's just horseplay for like 3 months. Is that pretty much what it is? And at the end, you got a movie that makes $300 million.
Yes. No, it has a plot, it has lines.
Well, no, I know that. Yeah. Then at the end, everybody gets a Maserati.
I did buy the guys last time a Maserati each, you know, because it was so successful and we had such a great time. So, and it was the stupidest thing I've ever done because all during part 2, I'm getting looks like, you know, if it does well, what do I get? You know? So, yeah, the boys wanted to, they think that the fact that their Maseratis are 3 years old now, that they...
Time to trade
embarrassing.
Up? Time to trade up or trade in? Whoa. What kind of car do you drive?
Caddy.
That's
I got
nice.
a bunch of caddies, yeah.
Great ride.
It's a great ride, yes. The Cadillac, I get the fast one. Actually, Kevin James bought me one. Kevin James.
Now, what is this, people? Nobody's buying me a car.
I know.
What are you guys doing out there? Here, have a car. That doesn't happen to me.
Well, what do you want? I'll get you. You deserve it.
I appreciate that.
We'll get the whole grown-ups cast will chip in and get you
Just bring me in some brochures and I'll pick something out. The nice thing about something like this is people know the movie from the first one.
Yes.
So now they're ready and excited to see more about what happens to these people in the second one. And I don't want to mess anything up, but it'd probably be even more successful than the first one.
Well, let's see. I hope so.
What is the number that I get a car? What are we looking at?
Honestly, Mike, I have a gardener, and literally he does my bushes outside, and I like, hey, man, and he's like, you like the way they look? I'm like, yeah, very good. He goes, Maserati good? I don't know, man. So I got to get him one. But honestly, I would love to get you whatever. I go American usually, but the Maserati costs so much it sounded better. But whatever you want, American.
I'll leave, it's entirely up to you.
I'll get you a vet.
That's good.
That's good, right?
That would be very nice. Yeah. Well, I'll be there midnight Thursday for the opening of Grown Ups 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler
Thank you,
and all your favorites. Good to see you again, Adam. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself.